I will just say that, not to put your issue on blast, Lizzie, but we just experienced this, right? Lizzie and her neighbors live right behind, if you come up Walgrove and you cut through the airport, those homes that are up the embankment that you may not see because they're out of your sight line, they're right here, they look over the airport. And we just had a new business that's a trapeze school, which is wonderful, right? It's unfortunately was moved for other reasons we can get into it another time, from the pier, and it was placed at this spot at the airport. No one notified the neighbors. We didn't see exactly where it was going to be until Lizzie showed up at the council meeting, and we got a phone call that these 40 plus 60 foot poles are going to be erected right behind their backyard. So if you could imagine being in your bedroom laying down and there's people flying by 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. plus I'm assuming, lights and strobe lights, and this complicated issue of a small business, a woman who was pushed out of the spot she was in, put there. They don't want to affect her business negatively, but this is a perfect example of government not talking to each other, but also a perfect example of people asking, why are you going to their house? That's LA. I'm like, because these are people and they're our community, and they, as you mentioned, I love how you put it, frame our city, and particularly this park, which eventually will be a park, which is currently an airport, which is going to be activated. So if we don't understand how the embankment affects them, how what we place there affects them, we're going to have a problem. It's not good for the business there if the neighbors are pissed off about the trapeze school, of which they don't want to be pissed off about. Who doesn't love a trapeze school? You just don't want it in your backyard from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And so I think I called Tracy. She was in the middle of something. I said, I'm going to this meeting. I'm taking video. And I am championing for them as if they are my constituents, because they are my constituents. Lizzie is in our community. They are in our backyard, and I want your backyard sightline to be something that's pleasurable to you, that works for you. So we will engage going forward in conversations, the community discussions. I will personally, I'm saying it here, you're recording me, will make sure that your voices are a part of it, that you're notified, because what happened with that business is a point to contend with, that we don't notify people with enough time to get engaged, as I was talking about earlier. So my newsletter, please, you don't have to be a Santa Monica resident to find out what's happening in Santa Monica. Go to mygovtools.org and sign up for it, because you might see that there's an item that impacts you, and I'll turn it over to Tracy on the rest of it.